Hello and welcome to The Frame, an initiative of Access Framingham. We start this week with the proposed plan to reorganize Framingham's government in the wake of the municipal budget's approval for the 2027 fiscal year. The roughly $398 million budget was passed by local legislators in mid-June before the fiscal year began on July 1st. Leading up to FY27, Mayor Charlie Sisitsky had proposed a number of ways to consolidate operations within the city's government, which included the elimination of the Elder Services and Parks and Rec directorial roles. The proposed solution now is the creation of two new divisions that combine various departments. The Capital Projects, Facilities Management, and Parks and Recreation Division would oversee all three of those facets of the city government, while the Library and Community Services Division would incorporate both library operations alongside operations at the Callahan Senior Center. During the City Council's meeting on Tuesday, July 21st, Mayor Sisitsky told local legislators that the proposal is aimed at finding efficiencies while maintaining services.
There's not going to be any reduction in services to the residents in any manner. If anything happens, it'll be to the positive. Services will be improved with this reorganization because it's going to be more efficient.
Plenty of more details regarding this reorganization plan, along with reactions to it, can be found on our website. But to give a summary, public opinion has been split regarding the pitched reorganizations. Members of the Framingham Board of Library Trustees outlined concerns about pinning two full-time workloads onto one person during this week's council meeting, while an online petition to preserve the city's Director of Elder Services role has collected nearly 850 verified signatures. On the other hand, the board of the Friends of Callahan, a nonprofit group that helps to raise money for senior programming, has vouched in favor of the current day-to-day operations at the center following the departure of former Elder Services Director Randy Aylesworth.
While day-to-day responsibilities can be delegated, executive leadership and accountability cannot. The board believes that the success of this model will depend in part on empowering the library assistant director to assume an expanded leadership role in support of the library director.
The crew that's in place right now is tremendous, and you need to back them up and go with them. Come visit us at the Callahan Center and you'll see what it's all about.
The Parks and Recreation Commission has also stressed the need to maintain the quality of life services that the city offers through the newly proposed division. The matter is being sent to a 3-member ad hoc committee among local legislators before the full city council picks the reorganization topic back up during their meeting on August 18th. The Framingham City Council has approved the slate of projects set to receive federal funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program and the Home Investment Partnership Program. Both programs aim to benefit community and economic development by funding improvements in things like affordable housing, social services, and small business development. The CDBG program specifically targets areas defined by the federal government as low to moderate income neighborhoods, while the HOME program, which is now set to offer over $240,000 for Framingham programming in FY27, looks to make affordable housing options safer, cleaner, and more accessible for residents by covering things like first month's rent and security deposits. Nearly $480,000 in CDBG money will be distributed to local organizations like Hoops and Homework, Framingham Adult ESL, SMOC, Jewish Family Services, and Downtown Framingham, Inc. District 2 City Council member Brandon Ward did inquire about the proposed usage of nearly $50,000 for the development of an archive room for the Framingham Public Library. The councilor contended that another source of funding would be more appropriate for the plan instead of the CDBG program, though the city's community development coordinator, Nate Doyen-Sharon, believes that the project fits within the program's mission.
I don't think it's correct usage of the funds to use it to construction, reconstruction, for buildings that are performing just general government functions.
All of these projects do take place within low-income area benefit CDBG areas, so they are an appropriate use of the funds.
An amendment to remove the library archive project from the proposed slate failed by an 8-3 vote among the City Council. Both the CDBG and home allocations were then unanimously approved by local legislators. More details on which projects received those federal dollars, along with additional information for all of the top stories we cover each week, can be found on our website, www.theframe.news. We've got full written articles there, alongside feature pieces shot across the city, and a calendar filled with upcoming local events. Make sure that you're subscribed to our email newsletter too, so that you're always up to date with Framingham news in focus. Members of the Framingham Community Preservation Committee held a preliminary session on Thursday, July 16th to provide details for potential applicants looking to submit project ideas for the new fiscal year. The CPC helps facilitate the process to allocate dollars secured through the Community Preservation Act for projects aimed at benefiting local housing, open space, and historical preservation initiatives. CPA dollars are collected each year through property tax surcharges alongside matching money from the state government. Back in the spring, the City Council approved 13 CPA projects within Framingham to receive a combined total of around $3.5 million. The informal session late last week was held right as the CPA funding round for the 2027 fiscal year in the city opened to the public. Those with project ideas must complete an eligibility form before potentially being invited to submit a full application. Full accepted applications will be reviewed from November through March. Project eligibility forms are due by September 1st, and full applications will then be accepted through October 29th. All documents can be found on the city's website, www.framinghamma.gov. In the meantime, CPC members like Vice Chair Karen Margolis recommended that applicants send in their forms as early as possible, adding that the group is available to assist with the process.
We want to be service friendly. We want you to be successful in what you do. So, big suggestion, don't wait to fill it out at the last minute without help.
Framingham City Councilors also received an update this week on the John Hemenway house at 613 Pleasant Street. For years, local officials have considered what to do with the house, which was built back in 1741. District 3 City Council member Mary Kate Feeney had requested that Mayor Sisitsky and his administration provide an update on the home, as she has cited community concerns and frustrations related to historic preservation as well as public safety due to fire risks or debris from the structure. Planning and Community Development Director for the city, Sarkis Sarkeesian, explained that he's working with the local Community Preservation Committee to secure funding for an appraisal in order to determine the property value before the city can decide how to move forward. Feeney was thankful for the update, though she urged local leaders to act swiftly on the matter.
I think it's important. It's important to a lot of people. We have a tool in the toolbox with CPC funds, so at least hopefully I'll be in this grant round to make some type of a commitment to restoring this home.
My big concern is urgency. I know government does not move fast, but we've asked a lot of the neighbors for the past 9 years on this.
The Massachusetts American Legion Softball League recently held their first ever All-Star game, and 4 Framingham players were on the field to represent the city. Evie Gemelli, Gigi Salvati, Addie Wildridge, and Sloan Gaudreau were selected to the East All-Star team, as their coaches chose them to recognize their contributions and leadership during the season. The game was held on July 13th in Webster in the middle of the league's 3rd season of operation. We here at The Frame would like to congratulate the 4 local All-Stars on their achievement, and we wish them all the best for the remainder of the season. More local news coverage can always be found on our social media pages. Follow us on Instagram at @FrameNews_, and simply search for The Frame on Facebook to find us there. Be sure that you're subscribed to Access Framingham's channel on YouTube, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever new videos go live. We publish full Frame episodes onto Spotify for you to either watch or listen to as well. We encourage you to follow us there. That's all for this week's Framingham News in Focus. On behalf of everyone here at The Frame, thanks for joining us. My name is Brendan Fitzpatrick. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.